let's go to the next thing. Let's talk about this. Last week we talked about Chet Holmgren getting the extension. Last week it was J-Dub. J-Dub inked an extension with the OKC Thunder, and now with all three of the guys getting extensions, they are paying just these three guys $822 million just from three people. All right. All right, Francis. All right, Francis.
You saw
Yes, I'm not even putting that on the screen, bro. I'm not even putting that. If you in the comments, you in the comments. I'm not even putting that on the screen.
He talking about bro ejaculated in the air.
I ain't even putting that on the screen, bro. I'm not even gonna do that, bro. I'm not even gonna do that, bro. I'm not gonna do that. But these guys, all three of them are getting paid $822 million for the next 5 years. But I want to ask you, was it the right move to pay all three of these guys the max contracts?
As of right now, yes, it was the right move. Because you guys just won a championship. And you running it back with this team. Only reason why I say yes for right now is because in the future, you still gotta pay Case and Wallace. You still gotta pay Hardenstein. So it's like and then on top of that, you got I think that they re-signed Isaiah Joe. If not, they still gotta pay him in the next couple of years. So it's like you're not gonna have because they're in the second apron right now, right?
Not right now. But once these extensions kick in, which I think is next year, they'll be on second apron.
And so now you guys are going to be in the second apron. You can't stay in the second apron every single year because we know those are penalties that are being added towards your team as far as the flexibility during free agency and signing players. Um, but as of right now, yes, because you guys just won a championship and you have to run it back. Um, you have to keep this team together to try and win another championship. But once it gets towards the future, your books are going to be tied up with just those three players, and it's going to be hard to to add players and to keep that championship roster together. So eventually, I feel like they're going to have to move on from either J Dub or Check, one of the two.
Let me read these. I'm not putting that other Francisco one up. Does that meme beat the cat one though?
Which one was the cat one? The one
I
with
don't
him
know.
and DeMarcus Cousins? When he was trying to
If
back
that's
down
the
DeMarcus
case,
Cousins?
yes. If that's the case,
Yeah, it beat
yes.
that. It beat
It
that
beats
one.
that
But Cat got
easily.
so many memes. I don't even know which one. He got too many. He got the tramp stamp one. He got.
Oh, is that a?
I think
I
that's
don't even
real,
know.
bro. I ain't gonna lie. I
I don't
think it's
know.
real.
Chet overpaid. If the rings doesn't count in the future, it's gonna be a huge problem. I don't think Chet overpaid. I think he kind of got what he got. He didn't get. He didn't get what J Dub got because he's the third overall pick. So his should honestly be more than J Dub's. But J Dub has been better than him. So J Dub got the highest one out of the two.
I think what Francisco's saying, like for that year that he played, he didn't deserve 200. I think they giving him 200 because of what he can be. That's what I think the 200 is coming from. Because if we being honest, he didn't play like he deserved a $200 million contract. One, because he was injured most of the year, and then two, he just since he was injured, he didn't really, you know, keep that consistency like he started off the year with. Um, so I feel like that's why Francisco saying he's overpaid. He really
You
didn't
think he
have that
overpaid?
200 million.
You think he overpaid? He get
Um,
50 a year. Once this kicks in, he's gonna get 50 a year.
he didn't play like $50 million a year last year, but like I said, I think that was more for the potential of what he can do and what he can be. I think he's worth the 200 mil for sure, but I don't think he played like a $200 million player last year.
J Dub is gonna get paid 57. You think he worth 57 a year? I'm just asking. I don't know.
J Dub played for that. He played well enough to. He played for that. Yeah, J Dub definitely deserves that.
And you said, I think Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins. You can look it up for me. I think they're both signed to contracts already. They're just really low, and I think they both. I think Sam Presti signed them to 4-year deals, so they're set. I think they probably have three
Yeah,
years left.
End of his contract is the 28-29 season.
He's
And then
good.
for Isaiah Joe, he got a team option at the end of the 27-28 season.
20. So that's in 2 years.
Hmm.
So, okay. Isaiah Hartenstein has a team option. They're most likely not gonna. They're not gonna like accept that. They're not
Yeah, that's
gonna
for
do that.
28 mil.
They're not doing that. That's not gonna happen. Lou Dort, I think, has a team option. I don't think they're going to accept that. I don't think they're going to do that.
But you
What is
need
his?
Luke Dort. It's
I agree.
17.
It's
It's
17,
17.
and you
Mm-hmm.
know what he's done for them, and he's probably going to have another good defensive year next year. You know, we hope so. He's probably going to want at least close to 20 mil, and they won't be able to do that. I doubt they
That's
do that. I highly doubt it.
that's why I was saying like this. It's for now. It's a good thing, but for the future, like, is losing Luke Dort, Hartenstein, and potentially Isaiah Joe, because Isaiah Joe, well, his is up in 2 years, but is losing Cason Wallace or Hartenstein or Luke Dort worth it? I mean, because
Well,
you decimating your depth, and if you do that, then it's like a
and Caruso, he has 4 years. He signed a new deal.
yeah,
But I don't think
Caruso
his
gonna be
has
that.
options. I don't think he has options. So
Mm-hmm.
he's just there.
Mm-hmm.
How much is he getting
Mm-hmm.
paid?
Next year he's getting paid 18, and then it goes up.
It goes up. Okay. I think was it the right move to extend all three? Yes, you had to.
Yeah,
You had to do that.
yeah, you had to.
There was no you like you said won a championship. They all played great. Jada played great. Chet had his moments, but Chet has been decent. We know what Shea is. You had to, but I feel like in this time frame, we know we can win it. We could potentially win a championship. So let's go for it. But we have to sign our players. Like I said, Isaiah Hartenstein, you're most likely gonna let him go. It is what it is. We have him for 2 years. He helped us win. If he helps us win another year, hey, hooray. Lou Dort, we love Lou Dort. Defensive anchor, the Dorter Chamber. Cold nickname, the Dorter Chamber. But it's not. It might not be worth it to pay him. You got AJ Mitchell. They signed AJ Mitchell to a new deal, so you're gonna have him. His deal ain't. It's not like it's
Yeah, it's cheap.
high.
He get
Yeah,
like
it's cheap.
9 mil. He getting less
That
than
ain't.
10 mil.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. So we still have AJ Mitchell, like you said, don't even deserve to be in the summer league because he been hooping. Jalen Williams, he signed a new deal, and I think he's getting paid like 9 something. That ain't
Yeah.
nothing. He's so
Mm-hmm.
like you have the players. Casey Wallace, now that's gonna be interesting. I don't know what they're gonna do with him because then he going into year 3. So the next year, I think next year he can get a contract assist. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. Now that's I don't know. Topic, you still have him on this rookie deal. Depending on how people feel about him, we got Topic. And the thing is, Sam Presti drives good. He drives really great. We hate Lou Dort. Yes, we. Why do we hate Lou Dort? Lou Dort's good.
Nah, Luke Dort is decent. I've been on Luke Dort chain for a minute.
Yeah, you have. You have. You've been in the Lou Dort train since the bubble. You have. Definitely have. But Sam Presti drives good. And I'm not saying whoever he drives in the future can do what Hartenstein or Lou Dort. But I think whoever he drafts can play decent enough to do what they done. Like they just drafted who was the big man they got? They
Thomas
drafted.
Sober.
Can he not be Isaiah Hartenstein, but can he do enough to be like, we got a decent big man to replace Hartenstein.
We don't know.
He can do that.
We haven't seen
Yeah,
him.
we don't know.
We haven't seen him.
We don't know. But I think he thinks that. I think he knows that. That's why he drafted him with that high pick. And his Isaiah Hartenstein might be gone. And maybe AJ Mitchell can replace Lou Dort. Who knows? Don't know. I'm just saying something. But maybe he can. So I think you had to do it. I would have gave them all the max because they weren't taking nothing less. But they all three deserved it, especially Shea. He deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like Shea could get paid 70 something. Jado could get paid 57. Chet getting paid 50. That's a lot of money for just 3 people. That is a lot of money. And we saw what the Celtics did. They didn't win again. We breaking this up. Now this is different because they're all young. Let's just say in this 2 years, not this, but this year, this coming up here in the next year, if say they don't win, could you hypothetically see them trading one of Chet or Jada? Could you see it?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think J Dub's gonna be the odd man out.
Wow.
Because it's hard to find a good big like Chet that can shot block guard the perimeter, shoot threes, has a handle. It's hard to find big man like Chet. And I'm not saying that J Dubs is replaceable, but he's more replaceable than Chet is. Chet's like they used to call Chet the unicorn. So yeah, I feel like they'll trade J Dub before they trade Chet.
You think Chet and Shea Gilders with a surrounding of talent, could they be a championship team? Depending on who, obviously, the person.
Depending on who you put around them. Yeah, I can see them too. I can see them too winning another chip.
Would you trade Casey Wallace, knowing you're gonna most likely be in the second April? Or do you have to sign him too?
Um, I'll trade them because you got AJ Mitchell, you got Topic, you have other players on there who are on lesser contracts that can probably give you the same production that Casey Wallace can. So I'll trade them and see what I can get for
Mm. And according to this, 77 million is of these contracts are not guaranteed, so they can release some of these guys. Okay, so Bobby Marks says the Thunder have the resource to be sustainable for the foreseeable future. 14 first in the next 7 years, including potential of 4 in 26. The revenue stream, new arena in 2028, national TV contract, possible expansion, contracts staggered in the future. So according to this, they can do this. Like they can be good. They might not be bossing and just give up after 2 years. You want one, you didn't do nothing, then we just give up. So it looks like the Thunder could actually do this. And like I said, they could be the next dynasty in the NBA. And the fifth lowest payroll. They have the fifth lowest payroll. Contract stagger in the future. SGA doesn't start until, so his deal really doesn't start until 27, 28. So in this window, because I think he's going to get paid like, I think it's high 30s or 40, if you can look that up. Something around there.
38.
Yeah, 38. He ain't getting paid. He's getting underpaid crazy now. But for now, he's not getting paid anything. So yes, they could do that. But once 27, 28 start, they might have to start doing something. That's when they starting to get like, yeah, we might have to get rid of y'all. But I trust Sam Presti. I think he's gonna make the right moves to basically replace Isaiah Hartenstein and Ludor. Even though those guys were great, I think he can do it. I really think I think the Thunder can make the moves and stay like a dynasty.